Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good afternoon to all of you and welcome to the Edge of Darkness. I'm Mandira Bedi, your host for the day, and today we set off on a journey into the psyche of criminal minds. आज का दिन कुछ ज़्यादा ही ख़ास है. We're here to unveil the trailer of the most awaited multi-star web series helmed by one of the biggest action stars of the Indian film industry, Rudra, the Edge of Darkness. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. No, you can do better than that. A big round of applause. आप सब ने इस ज़बरदस्त कहानी की एक झलक, वो first trailer, I'm sure you've seen it all. Ajay Devgn, who is making a grand entry as a debutant in a web series, is set to change the face of digital entertainment with his dhamakedar and damdar performance. The first look of the series, it received an overwhelming response from viewers and today has already become the talk of the town. And we cannot wait for the show to launch. Produced by Applause Entertainment in association with BBC Studios India and helmed by ace director Rajesh Mapuskar, Rudra, the Edge of Darkness is a riveting crime thriller created on a big-scale budget with superstar Ajay Devgn in a dark and intense avatar of a cop for the very first time on a digital series. Without further ado, देवी और सज्जनों, दोस्तों, एक बड़ी मुस्कुराहट के साथ आइए शुरू करते हैं आज का दिन with a spellbinding performance by the Mumbai Rockers. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing a man of 100 talents, recipient of the Padma Shri Award and master of action. It is my pleasure to welcome none other than Ajay Devgn. Yes, जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. ये एक ऐसे स्टार हैं जिनके बिना कोई भी एक्शन फिल्म, सीरीज या कहानी अधूरी है. Once again, please give it up for Ajay Devgn. So good to have you here with us. That mic is for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, please join me in welcoming on stage the one and only Gaurav Banerjee, Head Content Disney Plus Hotstar and HSM Entertainment Network Disney Star. Along with Gaurav sir, please welcome the CEO of Applause Entertainment. Please put your hands together for Sameer Nair. Dosto, every great story, every work of art of this scale ko chahiye ek equally talented or visionary team. With a big round of applause, let me now invite the stellar cast and crew of Team Rudra. Firstly, please welcome the celebrated National Award-winning director Rajesh Mapuskar, marking her comeback with this series. This is Esha Deol's digital debut. Please put your hands together for none other than Esha Deol Takhtani. She's as brilliant as she is stunning, marking her digital debut as Dr. Alia Choksi. Please put your hands together for Rashi Khanna. Welcome her with a big round of applause. We also have with us the terrific actress known for her diverse roles from comedy to tragedy to drama. She's always nailed it every time. Please welcome on stage Ashwini Kalsekar. And finally, playing a pivotal role as DCP Gautam Navlakha, may I also invite the very versatile, dynamic Atul Kulkarni on stage. Now I have to say, this is a picture-perfect moment, requesting everybody to just step forward a little bit for a photo op.
Conceptualized. Well, we'd seen the original and we really wanted to reimagine it in an Indian context. And when we were talking about it, actually Gaurav and me were speaking about it before. And when we were discussing that, I think for most of us, we had zeroed in on the fact that Rudra in India would have to be Ajay Devgn. We couldn't really figure our head around anyone else to do this. Then from there on, once that was sort of fixed, a lot of things fell into place. You know, the writing came into place. We had many writing iterations. We had this wonderful dialogue writer, Jay Bansal, who really brought life to the script and to things like that. Rajesh came on board. So, I mean, it's been a process from there on. But I think the original thought came from there of, wanting to make that show and to wanting to make it at this scale and size and with this kind of ambition. So that's what we did.
Okay, also I have a question for Isha. So, hi Isha, yeah.
Hi.
So, I wanted to know that in the past few years, the OTT space has like really become an exciting one with, you know, a lot of superstars and producers and everybody coming on the space to produce content. Now that you are also ready to explore the space, first of all, how excited are you? And secondly, as an artist, how do you see the space?
I think, personally speaking, for me, I can say that this is a great time to, be back in front of the camera because there's so much of opportunity of, various platforms, various mediums, and the roles that are being designed for girls of my age, substance-oriented roles, things that we've always wanted to do, but we were stuck with sort of a cliche of this. I mean, for me, I did so many of those teeny bopper, romantic kind of roles, but I have grown personally also as a human being, and there's lots that I want to bring to you guys, and I think that is happening through OTT and other kind of scripts that are being accepted today for, females as well. And as far as producing, people are making films. I also ventured and made a small film to start off with. But right now, it's all about Rudra and me being back in front of all of y'all with this wonderful, wonderful project. So thank you.
Can we have a mic?
Yeah.
Yes, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Himesh this side from Pinkvilla. Firstly, congratulations to the team. The trailer looks simply fantastic. I have two questions for Ajay, sir. So, do you believe the pandemic, in a way, has, opened up the mind of actors to explore OTT shows? Because before the pandemic, we didn't see any A-list star to step in this mediums. And
No, it's not the pandemic. It's we were always open to OTT shows. So, I mean, and this also started before the pandemic, by the way.
I was going to say that 2018
Yeah.
is when
So that time there was no pandemic. It's not that, yeah, so everybody's open to OTT. It's, you wait for the right subject, the right, what you really want. When you offered that, then I think everybody is ready to do it.
And I have another question. You play us, like you have played a cop multiple times. You have been a super cop who is our superhero as well. And recently you posted a video saying that you want to play a super villain too. Is that happening sometime, anytime?
No, not yet. Looking for a script. But yeah, I would love to play a super villain also.
See, after Rudra, no one's going to cast you as a villain because you're just going to be like, you're going to be doing 5 seasons of it, you know? It's insane. Okay,
Thank you.
I'm also inviting questions. There are a lot of journalists who are sitting at home, and we're going to ask your questions as well. So please keep those questions coming. Yes, go ahead.
हेलो अजय सर, दिस इज़ रवि जैन फ्रॉम एबीपी न्यूज़ चैनल. आपने कहा कि आप वेब सीरीज़ भी अब काफ़ी देख रहे हैं और आपने पहले फिल्में भी डायरेक्ट की हैं, काफ़ी चुनिंदा फिल्में. क्या हम आने वाले समय में देख सकेंगे कि आप कोई वेब सीरीज़ भी डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं?
इट्स ऑलवेज ओपन. मतलब हाँ, ये कह रहे हैं ये क्या करेंगे. हाँ, बट कल के बारे में मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकता, बट डेफिनेटली अगर कुछ ऐसा लगा मुझे कि मुझे करना है, बिकॉज आई टेक डिसीजन स्पॉन्टेनियसली, तो डेफिनेटली.
एक सवाल और था कि किस तरह की सीरीज़ देखना आप ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं, क्योंकि ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म बहुत क्या बोलते हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा भी हैं और बहुत सारे सीरीज़ भी लगातार आते रहते हैं. तो किस तरह की
मैं बहुत टाइम लगाता हूँ चुनने के लिए कि अगला क्या देखना है. तो किस तरह की सीरीज़, ऐसी कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ ड्रामा देखना है या सिर्फ एक्शन देखना है. मैं हर चीज़ देखता हूँ, लेकिन जब मैं कन्विंस हो जाता हूँ कि हाँ इसके बारे में बहुत अच्छा सुना है, इसके रिव्यूज़ बहुत अच्छे हैं, तो मैं टाइम लगा के चुन के फिर देखता हूँ, लेकिन देखता रोज़ हूँ.
लंबी कमिटमेंट है भाई. You have to decide what you're going to give your next 7, 8, 12 hours to.
समीर सर, एक सवाल आपसे है कि बहुत सा अपलॉज जो है, बहुत सारा ओरिजिनल कंटेंट अभी बना रहा है ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स के लिए. स्कैम से लेकर बहुत सारी सीरीज़ की चर्चा हो रही है, अपलॉज की बहुत तारीफ भी हो रही है. क्या एक रीमेक बनाना किसी सीरीज़ की जो पहले हिट हो चुकी है, वो बहुत आपके लिए चुनना आसान था या मुश्किल था, और क्या अपलॉज आगे चलकर भी इस तरह के वर्ल्ड क्लास सीरीज़ की रीमेक हिंदी में बनाने जा रहा है?
हम अलग अलग चीज़ें करते हैं, ओरिजिनल्स बनाते हैं, बुक अडेप्टेशंस करते हैं। स्कैम वाज अ बुक अडेप्टेशन, अभी ये एक ओरिजिनल सी इंटरनेशनल शो का री इमेजिनेशन है। तो इट्स डिफरेंट अप्रोचेज, ऐसा कोई फिक्स्ड फार्मूला तो है नहीं। अगर कोई अच्छी स्टोरी हो जो हमें लगता है कि कैन ट्रैवल वेल, जो एक नए मिलियन नए कॉन्टेक्स्ट में सेट कर सकें, अच्छे एक्टर्स, न्यू काइंड ऑफ अप्रोच, तो हम लोग ज़रूर करेंगे। हम लोग ने किया भी है पहले और भी करेंगे ऐसा।
This is Rajiv Vijayakar from Parikh Worldwide Media, USA. My question is for Rajesh. Rajesh ji, congratulations again, because I watched your ventilator and it was mind-blowing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said very rightly that you do slice of life films. We had Ferrari also. And from there to slicing life, how was the transition and what do you think made all these people have faith in you for directing this scale of a production?
I was on the edge all the time, scared, as I mentioned earlier, yes, grappling, struggle throughout. But what excites me is human drama. What excites me is what's behind crime, why people do crime, why they commit crime. That is one, that's curiosity. And then how a cop, super cop, intelligent cop with instincts goes about cracking that crime. This whole chemistry of these two worlds coming together and something magical happening. So I was very curious and I wanted to challenge myself how I'm able to do this. But choosing, that was the second part, but the first part, that why I did this, why I was chosen, there's only two Samirs can answer that, Samir Gokte and Samir Nair. I mean, I'm really fortunate and thankful that they gave me this opportunity. Something they can answer why they felt that trust and faith in me that I can handle this. I was very excited because I know Ajay Devgn is playing Rudra. I said, Mr. Gokte, I want to do this. I don't know wherever he is. So I just was holding on to him all the time. And then things started. Then we had a conversation and I still remember I had a first meeting with him over a video call, and I was introduced to him. Samir introduced me to Ajay sir, and he said, Rajesh Mapuskar. So Samir started saying, he's done this, and you want to, he said, no, it's okay, I got it. It's so sweet that he didn't want to know further about my biodata, what I've done. So, from that point onward, there was always a faith, trust, and I felt responsible for that faith and trust to create this magnum opus for Hotstar.
So my next question is for Atul sir. You have done so much in Marathi, Hindi and other languages, and incredible variety. Every role is different from the previous. So how do you go about choosing your roles and scripts? Which has been a mystery for me since I watched you for the first time.
Thank you. It's always the story. The answer is very simple. Because I believe that we all go to theatres to listen to a story. बच्चों जैसे जाते हैं हम लोग कहानी सुनने. तो I try and listen to the story or read the script for the first time like I'm sitting in a theatre. And that's how I choose my films mainly.
How come nobody has typecast you in anything? कि यही role अतुल करेंगे. नहीं तो
क्योंकि मैंने जो पहला शब्द सीखा यहाँ आके, उसका स्पेलिंग था NO.
क्योंकि ये versatile actor हैं इसलिए. Right. Any more questions? Yes. Can we have a mic reach you, please? Introduce yourself.
Rashi ma'am, you are a very big name in South. So, what are your plans for Hindi films, and how do you see yourself in Hindi films?
तो देखिए, मैंने कभी प्लान नहीं किया था जब मैं आई थी कि मैं हिंदी में जाऊंगी या मैं साउथ फिल्म्स करूंगी. कि मैंने कभी प्लान नहीं किया था. मेरी पहली फिल्म मद्रास कैफ़े थी. उसके बाद बहुत से दरवाजे खुले साउथ में, तो मैं साउथ की तरफ चली गई. और अभी भी ऐसा कोई प्लान नहीं था कि अरे अभी मैं साउथ फिल्म में कर रही हूँ, चलो अब मुझे हिंदी करना है या मुझे हिंदी में जाना है. मेरे तरफ एक्चुअली आई वाज वेरी लकी कि मुझे ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स और ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिली हिंदी में तो मैं हिंदी में भी काम कर रही हूँ, लेकिन मैं अभी भी साउथ में भी काम कर रही हूँ, तो जहाँ पे भी कहानी अच्छी हो या कैरेक्टर अच्छा हो मैं वहाँ जाऊँगी।
Samir sir, do you see a theatrical release in the future for this web series?
No, I don't think so. We were talking about this. It was being discussed earlier before the press conference started. But no, I don't think so. I think this is a series for the OTT streaming platform, and it's Hotstar's big show. And I think a lot of audiences will watch it on the platform.
Ajay sir, one
Five
question for you.
seasons, 5 seasons, and then a theatrical release.
Ajay sir, why did it take so long for you to enter into the web series arena?
Did it take too long? I'm the first one actually.
You're the first.
Everything has its time. जब तक आपको सही स्क्रिप्ट नहीं मिल जाता, सही कहानी नहीं मिल जाती, तब तक आप वेट करते हैं कि नहीं करेंगे. जब मिल जाती है तो फिर आप करते हैं. तो उसके लिए वो कितना टाइम लगता है, does not matter.
Atul sir, you're a writer yourself. So did it help you for you to enact this role in any way?
Pardon me? किसके लिए वो सवाल?
हाँ, सॉरी.
आप खुद एक राइटर हैं, तो आपको कुछ आसानी हुई इस किरदार को निभाने में?
जी नहीं, मैं एक ही फिल्म लिखी है और 100 से ज़्यादा फिल्में की हैं एज एन एक्टर, तो उसमें ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है. तो
अतुल रोज अपना रोल सुबह लिख के लाते थे, फिर शूटिंग करते थे, फिर चले जाते थे, रात को फिर लिख के लाते थे.
जी नहीं, द आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन इज़ कि क्योंकि इतनी अच्छी जब स्क्रिप्ट हो, इतना अच्छा रोल हो और इतना अच्छा डायरेक्टर हो आपके साथ, तो मुझे लगता है कि एक्टर को बहुत कम काम करना पड़ता है, और मैं बहुत आलसी हूँ इस मामले में.
थैंक यू एवरीवन.
हाय, मैं अमित हूँ. एक सवाल गौरव जी के लिए, गौरव बैनर्जी जी के लिए, कि थ्रिलर जो होता है जॉनर, ठीक है, उसे हमें जैक रायन से भी बेटर बनाना है, क्राइम पेट्रोल से भी बेटर बनाना है, उसकी ऑडियंस को भी लाना है, इसकी ऑडियंस को भी लाना है. सो मतलब जब इसको आप लोग कर रहे थे प्रिपेयर, तो कौन से क्रिएटिव डिसीजंस लिए गए हैं, और इसमें अजय सर के मतलब क्या इनपुट थे?
शुक्रिया. सबसे पहले थ्रिलर्स हमारे लिए बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट हिस्सा रहा है. थ्रिलर्स हॉटस्टार का बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट हिस्सा रहा है पहले दिन से. हमारा जो पहला थ्रिलर शो था वो हमने समीर के साथ बनाया था, क्रिमिनल जस्टिस. उसके बाद हमने एक और शो नीरज पांडे के साथ किया, स्पेशल ऑप्स. आर्या भी एक फैमिली ड्रामा और थ्रिलर है. हमें इस पे सफलता मिली है इसलिए भी शायद क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान में फ़िल्मों में और टीवीज़ में थ्रिलर्स थोड़े कम बनते हैं. आपने क्राइम पेट्रोल का रेफरेंस दिया. इस तरह का शायद 1 या 2 शो ही किसी भी एक समय में हिंदी में रहता है, हिंदी टीवी पे रहता है, और थ्रिलर फिल्में भी कम ही बनती हैं. तो हमें लगा शुरुआत में कि अगर हम बहुत सारे थ्रिलर्स करेंगे लोगों को वो अच्छे लगेंगे. सो आई थिंक दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट बिग थिंग. वी थॉट देयर इज़ अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू sort of do them well. The second thing, and I think people have mentioned it, a lot of us were fans of the original show. We really loved the material, and Sameer and I spoke about it a lot. The BBC team in India actually made me watch this show several years ago, came to my office, said you must watch this. So a big shout out to Mailita, who's not here now, but her original love for this show got me excited and interested. And I think that's where the journey began. And I think the biggest thing for which Ajay deserves an incredible amount of credit is that he is just so brave. Because I think, there is a large tendency everywhere in the world, not just in India, that if you're an amazing, powerful person who can open theaters, then you should not do anything else, right? And I think a lot of actors do this, but this takes like serious amount of guts, and he is truly opening a new door today. And I think that comes from how confident he is about who he is and about how much enthusiasm he had for doing the show. It was like the easiest conversation, and he immediately agreed. And his commitment has really kept every one of us, each one of us, on our toes, saying we must not let him down, and we must really make this show as well as we possibly can.
अजय सर, आपके लिए सवाल था कि मतलब रुद्रा को इंटरनलाइज करने के लिए, ठीक है ना, क्या किया, या चूंकि आप 30 सालों से कर रहे हैं मतलब सारे एक्ट, तो मतलब ये आपके लिए छुटकी का क्या मतलब खेल था? बाएं हाथ का खेल था?
नहीं, जैसा कि मैंने पहले कहा कि हर शॉट से पहले मैं तो नर्वस होता हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि सभी होते हैं, हम सब होते हैं। तो चुटकी का काम तो नहीं होता, बट ऐसा भी नहीं है कि किसी कैरेक्टर को प्ले करने के लिए मैं उस कैरेक्टर में घुस जाऊँ, 6 महीने पागलों की तरह घूमता रहूँ, और बिकॉज उससे आई थिंक एक एक्टर पागल हो जाएगा। क्योंकि जब आप सेट पे आने से पहले और सेट से जाने के बाद, आई थिंक यू हैव टू बी योर सेल्फ टू बी सेन. If you keep thinking and if you keep playing that character at home also, in your office also, everywhere, तो फिर आप अकेले ही रह जाएंगे.
अजय सर, आप चूँकि, हाँ, एक सवाल बस था और था कि आप चूँकि एक्टर भी हैं, प्रोड्यूसर भी हैं, डायरेक्टर भी हैं, तो ये जो पिछला 2 साल है कोविड के बाद से, तो उससे पहले आपकी फिल्म थी तानाजी, मतलब जो सबसे ब्लॉकबस्टर थी, सबसे ज़्यादा कमाई की थी। लेकिन कोविड के बाद से जो हिंदी फिल्में आ रही हैं वो उतनी ज़्यादा कमाई नहीं कर रही है, सूर्यवंशी को छोड़ के। ये भी कह रहे हैं ट्रेड वाले कि मतलब साउथ जो है वो ओवरटेक कर लेगा, जो बची खुची मतलब चीज़ें हैं वो ओटीटी ओवरटेक कर रहा है हिंदी के बॉक्स ऑफिस को। आप क्या सोचते हैं?
ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. अभी 4-5 महीने हुए हैं कि फिल्में थिएटर्स खुले हैं. सबसे पहले सूर्यवंशी आई, जो कि बहुत अच्छी गई. उसके बाद जब भी कोई अच्छी फिल्म आएगी, वो चाहे साउथ की हो, चाहे हॉलीवुड की हो, चाहे यहाँ की हो, वो चलेगी ज़रूर. और ऐसी कोई लगातार कोई बड़ी फिल्में आई भी नहीं है हिंदी की. तो आई डोंट थिंक कोई लोग कह रहे हैं, ये आप ही कह रहे हैं, बट किसी और को तो सुना नहीं मैंने ये कहते हुए. तो जब अच्छी फिल्में आएंगी तो अपने आप पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सी चल रही हैं.
Go ahead.
Hi, my question is for Sameer. I'm Princey from People Bazaar. So, you know, OTT has given a lot of creative freedom, lot of creative liberty. For someone like you who has experience from television, you know, working back with Star, how do you enjoy this? You know, if you can share your thoughts about it.
Well, actually, freedom has always been there. So we've had fun doing all kinds of things all these years. So I think it's all storytelling. You're telling new stories. I guess what the OTT medium, what the streaming medium is doing, is allow us to tell different kinds of stories in a different format. You know, you do 10 episodes or 6 or 8 episodes. You stream them all at once. There's not coming one every day or one every week. We can explore different stories. There's a mass of niches. So I think it's obviously opened up the opportunities for creators to tell a lot different stories. We can work with a better, you know, grade of actor. All sorts of people are interested in doing these things. So yeah, I mean, it's great fun. I mean, there's nothing to complain. But everything that we've done in TV was great fun. Everything that's been done in the movies is great fun. So it's all good fun, actually. Good time to be in the business.
Thank you. We're going to wrap the question answers from here. We've got 2 questions that I'd like to ask very quickly. Ajay, the first one's for you. You did you prepare for the part for this series? And there's a question I'd like to know, that when you're doing an adaptation, how do you find that balance between bringing yourself into it and your skill into it and keeping it, you know, true to?
No, Luther was something I liked. I had seen it a couple of years back, and when I was offered Luther, because I had liked the script, I said yes. And since that day, I never thought of Luther. So I never revisited it, because it doesn't work that way. You have to Indianize it, you have to play it your way. So there are lots of little changes we've made in the whole script, which are, I would say, Indianized also, so you have to play it your way. So I don't think it
Any
has got
special prep that went into?
No, I think I answered that question earlier.
Yeah, it's come from one of our viewers of the webcast. So okay, and Gaurav, what more can we expect from Disney Plus Hotstar in 2022?
Can I get your mic?
Yes.
Every day, every week.
A lot of Ajay Devgn to start with. But yes, so thank you, Mandira. And I think it's been an interesting time for us. Just about 10 days ago, there was a poll that got carried widely in the Indian media, an Ormax report, which said that Disney Plus Hotstar had 9 of the 15 most popular shows in the web series space in the last 1 year. And that was quite amazing. And I thought the one question that we've been asked a lot is, you know, what made that happen? And I think the honest answer is, and to tie back to the point on TV, if you look at in any given week, we have that kind of success on TV as well. So one of the key things that we have truly tried to focus on in our content journey as Disney Star in India is that we must take brave, bold bets and be prepared to do things that haven't been done before. And I think one of the big such first moves that we made is we became the first media company to take all their hit TV content and put it on their streaming service before it comes on TV. We followed that up by putting big blockbuster films direct to digital when theatrical distribution in this country came to a halt because of the pandemic. And, you know, big movies with mega stars like Ajay, like Akshay, came directly to our service. And I think today we are at the cusp of doing something that is again a big first. First time a Bollywood superstar who's had the biggest film, Tanaji is the biggest film that has happened in Hindi in the last couple of years, is now doing a web series with us. So I think it's been an exciting journey with a lot of firsts, and all of it predicated on trying to create a fan experience which is big scale and bold.